Morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How are we? Hello. Greetings and salutations. We are here to bring you the news.
And there is some news to bring.
Yes.
And just to address the elephant in the room, we're not going to look at him. We're not going to look at the elephant. We're not going to think about the elephant. The elephant will be reserved for maybe towards the end of the show. But right now, I do really well when I don't have to think about the elephant.
Right. So, she does great. And she's just going to ignore it for a little while. And then we're just going to do a show. That's what we're going to do. So everybody, let's just do a show. All right.
Let's just do a show.
Let's do it.
And actually, I think it's going to be a fun show. I think we're going to have some fun today.
Shows. We love fun shows.
And because some of the news is so utterly ridiculous that all we can do is laugh at it, right? And so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to kick it off by laughing at the supremely ridiculous Michael Wolff. You may remember Michael Wolff from such things as writing books that are just filled with absolute nonsense. And then he's always called out for the nonsense and he just keeps on doing the nonsense. I don't even know how to prepare everybody for the tiny clip of him you're going to hear. This relates to Trump, and he believes Trump being implicated in being every bit as much of a scumbag as Jeffrey Epstein. There's no preparation other than that for you to hear from Michael Wolff and what he says about Trump and Epstein. Take a listen.
Now, this is a key issue right now in the way the White House is looking at the Epstein scandal. The fear is that Ghislaine Maxwell can tie Donald Trump to the details of what Trump and Epstein called the Pussy Committee. The Pussy Committee consisted of Trump and Epstein in their efforts to get girls for Prince Andrew.
You guys, this is utter nonsense.
We should totally trust a naked mole rat man. We should.
I mean, are you serious? A pussy committee? Really?
The absurdity of all of this. It's just it is malarkey.
It is complete malarkey.
Did they sit around like in a boardroom? They're like, this is the Pussy Committee.
Right. And they had someone taking minutes.
They did.
That's how that worked.
I'm secretary of the Pussy Committee. This is so stupid.
He says that that's the fear of the White House right now. That's the fear that Ghislaine is going to talk about the Pussy Committee. Maybe she's the one that took minutes. We don't know. We don't know. Is that sexist?
No.
I shouldn't assume.
No.
All right. Moving on, because that guy deserves literally no more time than what we just gave him.
Right.
Trump is currently in the midst of an Asian trip, and only Trump could enjoy his own fanfare that other countries are giving him the way that Trump does. I don't know how you watch Trump doing the Trump dance to not YMCA, like to something other than YMCA, and not just get like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
like, how do you not?
You're usually a liberal white woman with no joy in her life. That's how you do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we have two clips, one which is of him like at a wider angle so you can see sort of the fanfare, and then one of him up close, and it's just, you guys, just look.
I love it. I mean, can you even? Oh my God, I love it so much.
Here's another, just up close. Look at how happy they are.
They're so happy. I love it so much. There's Monica. Is it Monica behind him?
Crowley, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's the GOAT.
I just love that. And, you know, that was probably immediately after flying 20 hours or whatever it takes to get there. So
I know I would have walked off like a wreck.
I know, like, I can't even imagine.
I hate flying.
Oh my God, I cannot imagine what I would have looked like. But one of the things that he said in an address on this particular trip is it's just funny to me because you know how sometimes he holds grudges about the weirdest stuff? Yeah. He's still talking about the broken elevator and the broken teleprompter, like on this trip even. And he said it in the context of how he is. And then that made him think of the UN, and then he just got all grudgy again. Here it is.
Grudgy.
Go.
I won't forget that day because it was one of the first wars that I got involved in, and I love doing it. It's like, I shouldn't say it's a hobby because it's so much more serious than a hobby, but it's something that I'm good at, and it's something I love to do. The United Nations should be doing this, but they don't do it. You know, they don't do it. They turned off my teleprompter when I made a speech. I had to make a speech without a teleprompter. They're good at that. The escalator wasn't working too well. It came to a complete halt. But
yeah, he's
I love
still
that
mad
he's
about
still,
it.
Yeah, he's still thinking about it, you guys.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He's gonna.
I don't know why that makes me laugh.
There's going to be some revenge there somewhere along the line. Like,
well, you know what would be the best revenge is that the United Nations would just be ended because it's utterly useless.
It is. It totally is.
So there were some things that we had ready for Friday's show that we didn't obviously get to. And one of the things, so like some of these things are older clips that you may have seen, but because we didn't have a chance to talk about them with you or with each other even, we wanted to make sure to address them. For example, one of the things that we talked about earlier last week was this ridiculous clip about Usha from Jen Psaki, which was so bitchy and like just, you know, this whole blink 4 times if you need help, just making an accusation that the Vance marriage is not good or something. It was just pointless and stupid. And JD Vance was asked about it, and here is what he said.
Former White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki made some comments suggesting that your wife, the Second Lady, needed to be saved from you. How do you feel about comments like that being made while you're here with the Second Lady?
Oh, I think it's disgraceful, but of course the Second Lady can speak for herself, and I'm very lucky to have a wonderful wife, and I know, or at least I hope that my wife feels the same about me, but we are very lucky to have this journey, or I should say I'm very lucky to go on this journey with a very loving wife. We're going to keep on serving the country together, and I'm honored to have Usha by my side on this trip in particular, but always.
Yeah, Jen Psaki is just so jealous of her. And if they're actually looking at somebody to go, hey, blink twice if you're okay, it should be the partner of Possum Lady. She doesn't talk ever. You know what I mean?
Ever.
Somebody needs to ask if that woman's okay. Is she okay? Somebody needs to check on her.
It's true, because she always looks like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah, is she being held under duress? We don't know. Somebody should check.
We do actually have a clip later in today's show of her saying I think 2-3 words.
Really?
Yeah, it was shocking. It was shocking.
She speaks? Wow. Okay.
She does. And you know, it's possible. I've never listened to an episode of their show. It's possible she does speak and we just aren't aware of it because the only clips that go viral are the ones where she looks like a deer in the headlights and Possum Lady is doing all the talking.
Yeah, because Possum Lady is so like joink with everything.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Yeah. She's absolutely insane.
She's a lunatic. Yeah.
And so are you if you do not seek help getting your Medicare sorted out with the folks at Chapter. Because, I mean, granted, only if you are of age and you need Medicare. But if you are, it's like open enrollment, I think, next week.
Yeah, I think it's coming up in the next week. It's for so many people right now. And the millions of folks are going to end up stuck with Medicare plans that either cost too much or don't cover enough. And it's because they don't know about our sponsor, Chapter, you guys. Chapter is free. It's just a phone call. It's with the salaried advisor that is advocating for you, not the insurance companies, which is fantastic. And they're going to walk you through the process, which I'm going to need at some point. You can look at every single plan in the country. They're going to do that for you. And then they'll recommend one that actually works for you and your individual needs, which I'm going to need that so bad. Most Medicare plans, they change annually, and many of them are not renewed for the next year. So even if your current plan feels right, reviewing the options for 2026 is essential. You should totally do this. And then most Medicare agents are licensed and commission based. So they may review every available plan. They may look at stuff, but they're not looking at stuff for you because it's all about what pays them the most. So you got to watch out for yourself and your family. And Chapter makes it quick and easy. It takes like 20 minutes. They could save you up to like $1,100 annually. Do not risk this. So work with Chapter. They're awesome. It's peace of mind. Call them. It's a phone call. It's 442-3-CHICKS. That's 442-3-CHICKS. Do it.
You know how much I love the entire White House team of trolls. I love them. And I love, oh my gosh. And I love all the trolling that Trump does. I love the trolling that he does specifically with the Trump 2028 hats and like all the, the jokes about him running for a third term.
Yes.
The trolling is great. What is not great is when people like Steve Bannon talk about that in a serious 100% like legitimately this is happening way. I think this is so unhelpful and it drives me crazy, and I don't know why he does this, but he keeps doing it. And he recently talked about this in an interview. Here is Steve Bannon. Right here.
Well, he's going to get a third term. So Trump,
Oh my God.
Trump is going to be president in 28.
Stop.
And people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is. But there's a plan, and President Trump will be the president in 28. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. And President Trump will be the president of the United States, and the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. And the way we finish it through Trump. Trump is a vehicle. I know this will drive you guys crazy, but he's a vehicle of divine providence. He's an instrument. He's very imperfect. He's not churchy, not particularly religious, but he's an instrument of divine will. And you can tell this of how he's pulled this off. We need him for at least one more term, right? And he'll get that in 28.
Why is he talking crazy? Why does he keep doing this? Just quit being a nut job. He's given fresh meat to the liberals. Just stop.
Of course.
Stop it.
That drives me absolutely bananas. Like the trolling is one thing, but he is not trolling. He is saying this as fact. And why? This is just so counterproductive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just hate it. I hate it. Hate everything about it. We are continuing to be in a shutdown. And if that does not get resolved before the 1st, there is going to be some shit that goes down for real. And it's
hitting fans everywhere.
All the fans. Worms out of cans. I mean, it's
everywhere. Worms and shit, you guys. Worms and shit.
It's going to be really, really bad.
Ugly.
On so many levels. And so it's a problem. And thankfully, there are good Democrats. And that's a weird thing to say, I know. But John Fetterman is one of them.
Plural? It's just like one.
There's like 3. Fetterman, and I don't even remember who the other 2 are that keep voting to open up the government. He's certainly the loudest among them. And he was on Hannity last week because Hannity was like, you're getting a lot of flack from your own party. People are talking about primarying you. What do you have to say about that? Here's what he had to say about it.
Take a few positions that don't toe the line. They're talking about when your cycle comes up, they want to primary you. What is your response to them?
I really, I'm not afraid of telling the truth. As I've said, I'll be the Democrat that refuses to lie to the base and pretend that this is right. You know, I'm proud to stand with Israel. I'm proud to say that we need to secure our border. You know, I think it's entirely appropriate to bomb the Iranian nuclear facilities. And now I refuse to call are my fellow citizens as they're fascists or Nazis or those things. I mean, I will agree also that we must keep our government open. And if somebody wants to primary me or the party wants to vote me out, it's like I'm going to go down being honest and telling you that this is wrong.
Good for him.
Right?
He's voted 12 times with us.
Yeah, I think 12.
Yeah. I mean, good for him. I cannot believe this guy has turned out the way that he's turned out.
It's incredible. I mean, it really, really is. It's mystifying.
Yep.
So also Scott Bessent made the rounds yesterday. He was on like all the talk shows and he was with Kristen Welker, who was like, why won't the president talk to Democrats as if it's up to Trump to fix this? It's not his problem. He's waiting to sign the opening of the government and Democrats are being complete toddlers. And so Kristen Welker, the way that she asks him about it is just so irritating. And I love the way that he answers because he gets all like stumbly mumbly over his words because he just can't believe how ridiculous the whole thing is. Anyway, here's the exchange between Scott Bessent and Kristen Welker.
Now in the second longest shutdown in U.S. history, when will President Trump meet with Democrats to try to bring this shutdown to a close and get federal workers their paychecks back again, Mr. Secretary?
Well, Kristen, I'm going to have to reject the premise of your question. Why does President Trump have to meet with Democrats? Democrats just need to go into the Senate and vote to end the shutdown.
But
look at the
President
numbers.
Trump has said in the past it's up to the president.
52.
He's the president.
No.
He said that in the past. He said you have to be a leader. The president has to lead. You have to get people into a room. You have to get a deal. When's he going to do that?
Well, he is leading, and there's no deal to do with Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer is trading off his polls. What's different than when he passed a clean CR in the spring? It's his polls. You know, the whole country's being held captive to AOC's polls. But let's look at the numbers. It's 52-3. 52 Republicans have voted, I believe it's 11 times, to reopen the government. 3 Democrats have. And right here, right now, I would urge moderate Democratic senators to come across the aisle, reopen the government, because I'll tell you, we're starting to eat into muscle here. This is starting to affect travel. It's starting to affect the economy. And, you know, this is quixotic. I don't know what the purpose is. I'm not sure they do.
And this is the same woman, the same media who will tell these people out in the masses, Trump is taking your EBT away. Trump is taking your pay away. It's Trump. And those stupid people believe it.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how they work. They don't know how anything works, you know?
And that it sucks because you see a lot of videos of these people going, Trump's cutting off our EBT on November 1st. And now, you know, we've played some of the videos last week of how many threats there are towards grocery stores, towards people coming out of grocery stores. And now, you know, I worry that there is going to be some organization around that. Here's an example of why, you know, November 1st is such this breaking point and why I get real concerned about what's going to happen. Here's another one of these, this is the kind of person that gives you all the fatigue, talking about planning around November 3rd.
People, my people, I wish we stopped crying about this motherfucking EBT card. At the end of the day, they trying to see is we gonna stick together. And we are gonna stick together. Fucking November 3rd at 6:30, we're going to Walmart. We're going to fucking Walmart. And at 7:30, we're going to walk out of Walmart with our fucking buggies. Okay? The thing is, they can catch everybody. You feel me? All you gotta do is run, Forrest, run. Oh my God. Okay? We have to stick to fucking together. It don't even matter. As long as we gonna have everything we need for Thanksgiving, that's all that fucking matters, bitch. Run, Forrest, run. Remember, put it in your calendar. November 3rd, 6:30 to 7:30. You better be running up that motherfucking.
Oh, what a hag.
Yeah, it just makes me sick, you know? It's like, I mean, you've been stealing from the American taxpayer for all this time. So what does stealing from Walmart, how is that any different? honestly. Stealing is stealing is stealing. Maybe
Mhm.
get a job. There's something. She looks completely able-bodied to me. I
Right?
don't know about you guys. She doesn't look disabled to me.
Nope.
Maybe a little mentally off, but you know, it's like she looks fine. Work.
Yeah. Well, and then, you know, I keep seeing all these tweets about how as of November 1st, 40 million people are going to lose their SNAP benefits. And I'm like, 40 million?
Yeah.
40 million people are living off of the taxpayer dollar. That
yeah.
seems really, really high and unacceptable.
It's ridiculous. It's like they do not need it. 40 million don't need it. Now, granted, there are people that need it. And again, we wrote about this in our book. There are people that actually need this stuff, you guys. But then there are people that are so many people that are just taking advantage of us, the American taxpayer, taking advantage of the system. And they're just living off of it. It is their job to live off of these benefits, to live off of welfare. It's insanity.
And they're shameless about it. Absolutely shameless about it.
Yep.
So here was a chart that I saw that would just enraged me. I'm sure it'll make everybody mad too. In terms of the welfare use, that orange bar that you see, the highest amount of use of whether it's cash, food, or Medicaid or housing, it's illegals.
Illegals. Yeah. Surprise.
Oh my gosh.
Surprise, everybody.
And this was in 2022. So you can only imagine how much worse it is now.
You know, it's exponentially worse because Biden let in tens of millions more people.
Yeah.
Just imagine. Imagine.
It's infuriating. Speaking of getting organized, there, you know, the liberals and lefties and entitlement freaks are always trying to, you know, black out the economy. They've done this how many times without any success whatsoever. They're doing it again. I think we mentioned this last week too, that they're doing it like right around Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, Black Friday. It's like the worst possible time that they could ask people to participate in this. It's the least likely time that people are going to get on board. But here they are talking about this new blackout.
The message is spreading fast. November the 25th through December the 2nd, we're blacking out the system. We're talking about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we're shutting it down. They do not get our dollar, and we're showing these organizations, this corporation of a government, that we, the people, have the power. For more information, go to blackoutthesystem.com. The link is in my bio.
How many times have they tried this in the past year?
So many.
How many times? And we're all just like, whatever, y'all don't work anyway.
Right.
What's getting shut down? I mean, it's like, they're there. Okay, keep doing it. You tried doing that on Black Friday.
And Cyber Monday. You're going to stop people from shopping online?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
Let's see how well that goes for you. Yeah.
Yeah, we will see. Actually, one of the things that you could be shopping for is a new mattress topper from My Pillow.
They're pretty awesome. You can upgrade your bedroom with one of those because listen, you don't have to buy a new mattress. We have one of these in our cabin, and the My Mattress Topper is the way to go because we did not want to buy a new mattress because we're cheap like that. And but the weird thing is that everybody loves this bed so much in the cabin. They love it. It's so incredibly comfortable. It's easy setup. The cover's washable. You just lay it on, zip it up, and then it's awesome. It's like, it's the most comfortable bed. And Mike Lindell is like, I personally guarantee it's going to change your bed into the most comfortable bed you're ever going to own, or he gives you your money back. It's a 60-day money back guarantee and a 10-year warranty on a mattress topper. Like that's how awesome, right? It's completely awesome. So it really is great, you guys. They transform your beds. If you have this, like, if you have a crappy mattress, you just don't want to like get a new one. This is the way to do it. So visit mypillow.com/chicks. Check out the My Mattress Topper and all the stuff. They have so many great things, especially right now. Don't forget to use promo code chicks at checkout for $70 savings on the full-size topper and a free $100 digital gift package with your order. That's fantastic. So it's mypillow.com/chicks, promo code chicks.
Have you guys ever noticed that Daisy says the word comfortable? I've always loved it. It's my favorite thing. You say it so like clearly, and I always am like comfortable.
So you do 3 syllables and I do like 4.
You do all of them, and it always sounds so like melodious when you say it.
I do 4
I wish
syllables.
I could say it like you, and I just can't. I can't.
I'm a 4-syllable comfortable girl, and she's a 3-syllable girl.
You know why? Because 4 syllables sounds like a lot of work, to be honest. So, okay. So speaking of people on EBT and getting their food stamps and sometimes taking huge advantage of it, here is an example of how much fraud there can be in this program. It so needs an overhaul. Apparently, you can't just buy food with it. You can also buy like whole ass appliances.
Okay, for everyone who gets food stamps, listen to me. This is what I bought with my food stamps. I know it may not be food, but
oh my God.
A rice cooker, snap applied, so it shows at Walmart for $46.88. Literally bought a rice cooker with food stamps for $46.88, and it's going to be delivered on Wednesday.
I cannot.
Come on. Rice lasts a long time. So if I have a rice cooker, I'm making good choices here. So if you got food stamps, if you don't got food stamps, go spend your own hard-earned money. I don't care. Whatever. But if you got food stamps, snap applied, free rice cooker. Free. Because we don't pay for this. We don't pay for none of it.
Right.
Nobody's Jobs and Family Services does.
Right. She had her eyebrows done, her nails done, and tattoos. Who the hell pays for? Oh, that's right. We pay for those too. That's great. It's great that we pay for those. I cannot contain my rage over shit like that.
I know.
It just drives me insane when I see these broads out there bragging about how they take our money and they have like nails, fake. You know how much fake nails cost? You guys know? They cost a lot. The nails. And that's not even extent of it. Like tattoos are expensive. The eyebrows, are you kidding? I can't.
I know. And so there's a lot of controversy when you bring up this whole idea of limiting what you can actually use food stamps for. People get real bajiggity about it. But I saw this video of this one gal who has a suggestion about how it could work. And I think it is great. See what you think. Right here.
You want to know why I'm not having an aneurysm over people losing their food stamps on November 1st? Here's why.
Come grocery shop with us. Go by faster. One of you. This is what I pick, and this is what he picked.
Oh my God.
I tell you what, how about this instead? If you're on food stamps, you get a pre-selected box of meat, bread, rice, food staples, and fruits and vegetables. No more handing you a debit card filled with other people's cash for you to go load up on Oreos. The goal here is to keep you from starving because taxpayers do not need to bankroll your junk food pantry or your health problems.
A to the men.
Right?
Yes. I'm so sick of that. And then we end up having to pay for their health care when they're like, they get diabetes and all this crap down the road from all the bullshit stuff that they buy. Seriously.
Yeah.
And then they're voting Democrat and they're like, I hate RFK Jr. I don't want to make America healthy again. He's a jerk. What? Okay. It's all just,
and people, you know, the people that get like real bleeding heart about it are always like, you need to, you know, allow these people to have some dignity. These people like what you've just seen have way too much dignity. Okay.
Yeah.
They are like overflowing with ego and entitlement, and they need to be knocked down a peg and stop wasting all of our tax money.
Well, how is it dignified to get on TikTok and tape yourself? What do they call it? Taping now? Because my kids make fun of me when I say videotape yourself. But like, but seriously, how much dignity do you have to get on TikTok and film yourself doing that? Spending $400 of somebody else's money to buy that crap
and brag about it. I mean, it's disgusting.
I mean,
it's
disgusting. Do you guys go to the grocery store and spend $400 on junk and then go, oh my God, I'm going to videotape it and show everybody what I bought? You're using somebody else's money. You like an ungrateful hag. It's unbelievable.
All right, moving on. I cannot believe that we have essentially not been on the air for 3 days, and yet the entire internet is still talking about the effing ballroom. I had no expectation that we would still need to talk about this today, but we do, you guys. This is the story that is getting more attention than almost anything else. There was a Fox News op-ed written by David Marcus, the title of which was "Trump's Ballroom is no vanity project. It is about American grandeur." And I love that is how it was described. It's a gift to the nation, not a basketball court, pool, or bowling alley.
Right.
And I was like, that's exactly freaking right.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a legacy. It's something beautiful. Look how gorgeous that's going to be.
It's going to be so beautiful. This is a quote from that op-ed. Karoline Leavitt posted it saying, "What Trump is doing is completely different. The ballroom he is constructing will likely survive as a symbol of American power long after we're all gone. It will be, in a sense, our generation's contribution to the people's home." And that is exactly the right way to look at this.
Yeah, I just can't believe that anybody on the left, this is all about having TDS. I mean, if Trump cured cancer, these people will be running around with signs going, "But we like cancer."
Totally.
It's so great. And so, I mean, there were trans whack jobs on the lawn showing their bolt-ons to kids. You know, there was cocaine in the West Wing when Biden was in office. Don't even get me started on Bill Clinton desecrating the Oval Office. You know what I mean? It's like, we can call that a ballroom, right? His own ballroom. And I look at all of the resistance to this, and it's just, at this point, it's just stupid. We all know what it is. It's straight up TDS, and it's nothing else. Look at that picture. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely,
it's going to be beautiful.
It is. It's stunning. And he's doing it with his own money. If we're not paying, not 1 cent is coming from us. What a gift that is. We should be grateful that he wants to do this for America. It's unbelievable.
And especially because, we are the world's premier superpower. And yet when we host foreign leaders, we have to erect all these tents. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. This is what it looks like. It's a total security risk, for one thing. But I mean, the fact that they have to rent these tents,
it costs money.
Of course it costs money, and it costs our money when this ballroom is going to be cost free to us and be forevermore.
Right.
I just don't understand why there's such outrage about it. It's so stupid.
It is. It's stupid. It's
so
unfounded.
stupid.
So, I mean, it's like there's less of a security risk. We don't have to pay for it every single time they host these people. And these people just can suck it. They can all suck it. They have TDS, they have mental problems, and they all just need to shut up.
Well, that guy, what's his name? Ragu, the guy I call Ragu because I never remember his name. God, what is it? It's Manu. It's Manu.
Ragu.
I think it's Manu Ragu. So he came up to Josh Hawley in the halls of the Capitol to talk about this issue. And I loved Josh's response to him. Here it is.
What about just uprooting this is an iconic building?
Manu, I will just say this. I made this point yesterday, that I hear all of a sudden from my liberal friends that they're very concerned about our history. Really, these are the same people who tore down every statue they could get their hands on in the last 4 years. Christopher Columbus, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt. They didn't have any concern for history then. Now all of a sudden, the facade of the East Wing is iconic. Oh, give me a break. Give me a break.
He's right. Give me a break is right. It's all TDS. We know exactly who you are. STFU.
It's actually BDS because now it is the ballroom derangement syndrome.
Oh my God. There's always a derangement syndrome on the left because they're all deranged.
It's just ridiculous. Hakeem Jeffries is acting like this ballroom is only going to be for Donald Trump. Like it's going to be for his personal use and never anybody else's. It's just so tired. Here is Hakeem.
The East Wing of the White House is being demolished so that Donald Trump can construct a ballroom.
Spit it out.
Where he will be celebrated like a king.
God, he's so irritating. I know. Learn to speak.
So this is what it looked like. I want you to commit this picture to memory because you can see on the right-hand side of the screen the East Wing as it stood before it was taken down last week. Here is what it's going to look like. Okay, so commit this to memory, okay? And then here is the drastic, huge difference. It's literally just like a little bit longer. That's it. It's going to have way more function. It's going to look more aesthetically in line with the rest of the campus. People have lost their damn minds.
It'll look more grand. It'll just be
way more grand.
I mean, it's going to be beautiful.
Except for when they add Elizabeth Warren's wing, which they intend to do, and it's going to look like this.
I love it. Yes. Absolutely.
That's not going to be, I don't think that'll be very attractive, but
no, this is the thing.
Rumor has it they're going to do that.
They should totally do that.
So one of the reporters, this happened on Thursday when Karoline Leavitt held a press conference, and one of the reporters was like, well, I mean, yeah, there were other examples in the past of renovations that took place under different presidents, but there was never this level of destruction. And so Karoline was like, no, I'm not having it. Here is how that back and forth went.
So it sounds like the answer is yes, he can tear down whatever he wants. And then secondly, I mean...
that's not what we're saying. That's a legal opinion that's been held for many years. And no, it's something that presidents have done for years and years. In fact, I have some photos here, thank you, Pat, to show you the construction that's taken place on the White House grounds. This is the construction of the West Wing in 1902. Look at this, the construction of the West Terrace in 1902. These images look quite similar to what you and the American people are seeing today, the construction of the East Terrace as well. You look at the construction of the West Wing expansion in 1934. So look, this is a legal opinion that's been held for many years. Look at, this is 1950. It looks a lot like what you were seeing today.
Can he demolish anything he wants?
What do you think that rubble is? How did that rubble get there?
Right, so I'm asking.
Right, demolition, I love that.
It's just, I have outrage fatigue. I really do. It's like they're all freaking Karens on that side. Sorry to any Karens in here, but they all are Karens on that side of the aisle. They're just like, they constantly want to speak to our manager, constantly. Always. And I'm just so sick of them. It's like, enough already. Like, do you guys just wake up every single day wanting to be pissed off and outraged about something? Because they do. It's every damn day. My God. It's
I know.
So annoying.
It's exhausting, especially when they create outrage based on just total lies. And that's one of the things that they did late last week is they completely took something that Karoline said out of context and then rage posted it everywhere. And so just so you know, here was what one of the questions were at the presser. The question was, in addition to the ballroom and the Rose Garden patio, is the president looking at any other renovations or significant kind of projects here at the White House? And Karoline responded, not to my knowledge, no, but he is a builder at heart, clearly. So his heart and mind are always churning about how to improve things here on the White House grounds. But at this moment in time, of course, the ballroom is really the president's main priority. So when you read that, it's very clear there's no reason to be outraged by it. But what the left decided to do is take that last sentence by itself and make it sound as though the only thing that Trump cares about right now in the world is the ballroom. Here's what they kept rage posting, going, I cannot believe this.
At this moment in time, of course, the ballroom is really the president's main priority.
Can you believe that? That's how they posted it. And they were like, this is all that Trump cares about. It doesn't matter that, the government is shut down. It doesn't matter about all these wars, whatever. All he cares about is his ballroom.
Actually, it's all you care about.
Oh,
you jackholes. That's all you care. If you just shut up about it and let it just happen, like all the other construction things have happened, then maybe we just quit talking about it. But you guys just keep making it such a gigantic deal. It was never a big deal when any of the other presidents did this. But now all of a sudden it's a huge deal, and it isn't his main priority. He's out there making peace in the Middle East. It's fine. Nothing.
I mean, I feel like he's working pretty hard.
Oh my God.
I don't think anybody should be able to argue that.
Yeah, he's not calling a lid at 10 a.m. like his predecessor.
Exactly. And I guess the DNC on their Instagram page like posted some super sappy, sad video montage about like how upsetting it is to see the destruction of the East Wing. And in the process, they used a picture of the East Wing of Buckingham Palace.
I cannot.
Because they don't actually care about it at all. They just care about spinning up everybody's outrage. That's it. It's insane.
These people.
Insane.
It's exactly. They are addicted to outrage. And addicted to being victims. This is who they are. Shame on them, man.
And man, the White House keeps trolling. So they, in response to all this outrage, they put together like a timeline of events of all the different renovations that have happened over the years. And in the timeline, you guys, they trolled so hard. They included like when the cocaine was found. They included when the boobs, the bolt-ons were shown on the White House grounds. They showed like when Obama met with, like he dressed in all the Muslim garb. They showed Monica Lewinsky. He was the biggest troll ever. Just glorious. Absolutely glorious.
I'm so glad they did this.
Same. And then interestingly, there's a clip floating around right now of Trump from 2016 when he was talking about wanting to build this ballroom. And it's interesting to me just seeing how much better he looks right now. Like he has aged backwards because he was heavier. He just looked like unhealthier back in 2016. So that's one of the first things I noticed of this clip. But here he is talking about wanting to donate a ballroom way back a decade ago.
And every time the top people come over from China, they're getting these big, beautiful, they put a tent on the White House. We don't have a ballroom at the White House. I offered, by the way, Jerry, years ago to build a ballroom at the White House, free of charge, $100 million ballroom. I said, we'll get the top 5 architects in America. We'll get the top people, top everything. We'll have the best ballroom, because I noticed they always put tents up on the lawn. Number one, it's not a good security thing. Number two, the guy that owns the tents is making a fortune, okay? This poor guy, I mean, he's making so much money. All he needs is one tent, and he charges them so much, he's making a fortune. All right. But I said, I will build a ballroom. I gave it to the Obama. I actually told David Axelrod, a good guy, very capable guy. I told David Axelrod, David, I will build a ballroom free of charge, at least $100 million. We'll make it the finest ballroom in the world. We'll put it someplace so it works contextually, magnificently. It'll be done. We'll have committees set up. I never heard back. It's, it's just one of just thousands of things. I mean, if someone's going to give me a free ballroom, I'm going to take it. We'll put it in an area that'll look great. But, we don't have a ballroom at the White House.
Yeah, because you're a good businessman and you know good business when you see it. Those people don't, because they're career politicians, and they know that if they would have allowed you to do that, it would have made them look bad. And they can't have that because they're not there for the American people. They're there for themselves.
And they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it without it costing us. He can't, and they didn't want to give him the glory of being able to swoop in and do this for American posterity forevermore. They would hate that. And so he's doing it, and I'm super glad about it, and everybody should be.
Yep.
Glenn Greenwald, surprisingly, came out, actually a Washington Post piece. He was talking about a Washington Post piece, which actually defended Trump's actions, saying privately, many alumni of the Biden and Obama White Houses acknowledge the long overdue need for an event space like what Trump is creating. And all this outrage is essentially absurd. Glenn Greenwald agreed, saying the unhinged and hysterical rage over Trump's remodeling of the old, outdated, crusty East Wing is the type of reflexive anti-Trump meltdown that has so often made valid criticism of him fall on deaf ears. Classic boy who cried wolf syndrome.
Totally.
100%.
Totally. I mean, it is kind of funny that they all had to use porta potties. But now they won't have to do that. And you know that the bathrooms will be like lined in gold.
So just two of the most outrageous tweets that I have seen of this outrage. First came from some woman named Tara Setmeyer saying, it feels almost the same as when I saw the Pentagon damage on 9/11.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, okay. And people came after her big time, and she was like, I am not going to apologize for this because that is how I feel.
Really? Okay, Tara. She probably is one of those broads that goes out and it says free Palestine too.
Yeah.
You're clueless, Tara. Get a grip.
So stupid.
Unbelievable.
But another one that was just as ridiculous was from Eric Fartwell. This is absolutely incredible as well. He said, don't even think of seeking the Democratic nomination for president unless you pledge to take a wrecking ball to the Trump ballroom on day one.
Okay.
What?
If somebody does that, can you imagine what American people would do?
Oh
Seriously.
my God.
Like that, if you are that vindictive and resentful and full of TDS and you would do that, the American people would be like, are you kidding me? Are you a toddler? What the hell? These people are like, they're toddlers, and that's mean to toddlers. God, that's such a terrible take. Such a terrible take.
So there was a random, I think, TikToker who called out all of the people that are, having this faux outrage. She called them out so beautifully. I thought it was worth a share. Take a listen.
I'm so sick of all this fake outrage. You do not care that Donald Trump is changing the White House. You just care that it's Donald Trump.
Right.
Not a penny of taxpayer dollars is being used to fund that ballroom. But you were fine when Obama installed a basketball court and took away the tennis court. People have been fine with renovations to the White House all the way back to 1909 when the Oval Office was originally installed. Since then, we've had tennis courts, bowling alleys, indoor pools, private movie theaters. All of that has been put into the White House. Some of it funded with taxpayer dollars, and nobody cared. Because it's Trump, it's a problem now. Hillary Clinton left the White House with thousands of dollars of White House furniture. Furniture that it was a federal crime for her to remove from that house, and nobody said a word. Her husband turned the Oval Office into a brothel that needed a black light to be cleaned, but you have a problem with Trump building a ballroom. Make it make sense.
It's true.
100%.
He's spot on. Mm-hmm.
All right. Enough of the ballroom talk. But as you can see, it continues. Like that is, people super care about it. We're going to talk some election stuff now because Gavin Newsom is finally not being as cagey about running for president as he has been. He's been trying so desperately. He's been lying about it. Let's face it. Like he's been outwardly just lying. Anytime he's been asked, he's like, I'm not thinking about that bullshit. So in this interview, finally, he sort of says it's something he's considering.
You're not afraid to go into red states.
No.
When I saw you slinging shots behind the coffee bar, I thought this guy might run for president.
I have no idea. The idea that a guy who got 960 on his SAT that still struggles to read scripts, that was always in the back of the classroom, the idea that you even throw that out is in and of itself extraordinary. Who the hell knows? I'm looking forward to who presents themselves in 2028. And who meets that moment. And that's the question for the American people.
Is it fair to say after the 2026 midterms, you're going to give it serious thought?
Yeah, I'd be lying otherwise. I'd just be lying. And I can't do that.
So he got a 960 on his SAT. That explains a lot.
He can't do that, you guys. I can't lie. I mean, I can't do that.
He's the lying liar who lies. He is the biggest liar of them all.
Oh my God.
But I mean, like, so he basically is saying, I'm really stupid, but look how far I've come just by going like this.
Yeah, this is a new strategy to try to relate. He wants to position himself as someone who wasn't good in school, who really struggled to make ends meet as a child. He recently was on a podcast where he was trying to tell his story. I don't know who the people are that he's telling it to, but these are Black men. And he's talking to them using like words that they would use, calling them bro, talking about hustling and saying how much of a struggle it was, how he had to raise himself.
And he grew up on Wonder Bread and mac and cheese.
Yeah, here's just a sample of it.
Oh my God.
Right here.
But also, it was also about paying the bills, man. And it was just like hustling.
Oh my God.
And so I was out there kind of raising myself. Turning on the TV, started, just getting obsessed, sitting there with the, the Wonder Bread and 5 stacks of,
it's like the White Stack 5 story.
Come on. Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Bro. Are you talking about me?
Young YG.
YG,
But
man.
every day in the backyard, just bouncing the basketball, throwing the ball against the wall until the ball is just like fraying, man. And your arms
Entertaining
fall
yourself.
off. That's it. Whole thing. So just, and then,
God.
then this student that was shitty student is in the back with his head down, all of a sudden started throwing the baseball a little faster than everyone else.
What a piece of crap. This guy is such a liar.
Such a liar. So all kinds of people are posting these throwback photos here. This was in this picture, and he's there second from left. This picture was in the San Francisco Chronicle with a caption that read, "Children of the rich."
Yeah.
Okay. So he's lying, and people are going to eat it up because this is how the left behaves. They just don't care when they're being lied to their faces.
You know who he is? He is Steph from Pretty in Pink. Remember Steph? He is that asshole Steph from Pretty in Pink, who is like, she's nothing. That girl is nothing, and she's always going to be nothing. You remember Steph, who talked to Blaine, who like cut down. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. He's Steph, who wore like the white suit to school. He looked like he was about 35 years old. He was a complete douchebag.
Yes.
That's Gavin Newsom. That's who he is. He's that rich prick. Oh my God. I just cannot believe that he's trying to lie about this. He grew up in a $3 million home, you guys. And he's trying to act like, I feel like he was okay. He wasn't struggling. He wasn't just like, oh, I was just like hustling and eating mac and cheese. Get bent, dude. Stop it. Your parents were loaded. Your grandparents were loaded. He has generational wealth like crazy. He is a rich, spoiled brat is what he is. You don't get to do that.
He's also very, very stylish. I love that Spencer Pratt was the one who tweeted this, saying, "Here's Newsom looking for Wonder Bread coupons."
And his Burberry scarf in high school. I cannot.
Oh my God.
I can't.
I know. It's absolutely ridiculous. Also, before I forget, I want to read everybody a tweet from Governor DeSantis, because somebody tweeted at him saying, "Why in the F are you worried about a local election not in Florida?" This was related to the Mamdani stuff. And Ron's answer was to repost a headline from the New York Post, which said, "14 billion in income vanishes from New York City as 125,000 residents flee for Florida." And he said, "Because when cities like New York elect leftist jabronis like Mamdani, it affects my state."
It's true. He's right. He's
He
totally
said
right.
jabronis.
Jabroni. He is a
I
jabroni.
can't.
That's such
God,
a
I love him so much.
perfect way to describe. God, I'm sorry. I'm just like so fixated on Gavin Newsom being such a liar. They all lie, you guys.
I know.
He's a liar. They all lie. He lies. Kamala lies. Obama lies. Bill Clinton lies. They all lie. Remember Tim? What's his name? The guy that was Kamala's running mate? Tim Kaine lied about being in combat.
Oh no, Tim Walz. I thought you were talking about Hillary's.
Tim Kaine. I think Tim Kaine lied too, didn't he? About something.
Oh,
They all lie.
constantly.
They all lie. This is what they do. And then these stupid people, I'm sorry, but those guys in the podcast, they were stupid for lapping that up and not pushing back on him. They were like, "Oh, you're like one of us." No, he's not. He's not one of you.
Yeah.
He's lying. God, they're liars.
And people will believe it. This is just what they do.
Gross.
You guys, Jasmine Crockett, who knows that she's about to be redistricted out of her seat, is now talking about running for Texas Senate.
Okay.
So just get ready. That's all I wanted to say about that.
That
is
I don't
happening.
think that's going to end well for her. I really don't.
I just want her gone so much. Remember
Yeah,
how Cori Bush used to be a congresswoman and then she was mercifully gone along with Jamal Bowman?
Yeah.
It would just be so nice to get rid of another squad-like psychopath.
It's one thing to be a representative. It's another thing entirely to be a senator. I don't think that's going to turn out real well for her. I just don't.
I hope not. Texas it scares me how purple it becomes. And so
It is purple. No, it's real purple right now. It's like, and I hate that color. It is really purple.
Yeah, it's bad. Gavin may have some competition from none other than Kamala Harris, who is kind of flirting with the idea of making another run at it. She was in an interview with the BBC, and we have a couple clips of that. First saying, yeah, she's not done, is how she's putting it. She's not done.
Stories of your baby nieces, Amara and Leela. When are they going to see a woman in charge in the White House?
In their lifetime, for sure.
Could it be you? Possibly. Have you made a decision yet?
No, I have not.
But you say in your book, I'm not done.
That is correct. I am not done. I have lived my entire career a life of service, and it's in my bones. And there are many ways to serve. I've not decided yet what I will do in the future beyond what I am doing right now.
But you've been very clear that it's a possibility you might run again to become president. And in my experience interviewing politicians, when someone says, I'm not done, it means they are thinking seriously about running. But when you look at the bookies' odds, they put you as an outsider, even behind Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I mean, is that underestimating you?
I think there are all kinds of polls that will tell you a variety of things. I've never listened to polls. If I listened to polls, I would have not run for my first office or my second office. And I certainly wouldn't be sitting here in this interview.
No, you just listened to the cabal that put you there. The people
She's
didn't
so
put you
bitchy.
there. Just the cabal. Like the people, the powers that be that said, this is what you're going to do now. And you were like, yes, okay, I'm going to do that. She acts like she's so independent.
You can see the Kavanaugh Kamala coming out though.
Oh,
like
yeah.
she did not like being compared, or being behind The Rock in polling. She can say she doesn't pay attention to polls all she wants, but she did not like that.
She pays attention to all of it. Listen, she'd be a gift to the Republican Party. I hope she runs again. I hope she does.
Yeah.
I hope it's her and Gavin against each other and they have to duke it out. And you throw a couple other weirdos in there, put some AOCs in there, sprinkle some like Bernie Sanders in there or something. Put all the weirdos in. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome, you guys.
Well, Bernie said for sure he's not running again because he's too old.
Don't believe what I say.
Fair point.
You never know. I lie too.
That's true. You do. You do lie. That is true. Just another interesting clip from that same interview was when Kamala got real pressed on why she didn't feel a responsibility to tell Joe Biden not to run again. And she gets very, very defensive about that. Take a look.
You write that President Biden didn't raise his frailty with you, and you write that you didn't really raise it with him. That's extraordinary to read in your account.
Well, let's be more precise. Let's be more precise because what I spoke of in the book is that there is a very serious difference between capacity to be president of the United States and the capacity to run for president of the United States. And so it is on that latter piece that I talk about in the book, about my concern about his ability with the level of endurance, energy that it requires, especially running against now the current president. So that is what I speak of in the book. And you rightly point out that I, in reflection, realize that, and I ask, was it on my behalf grace or recklessness to not raise the point with him about whether it was right for him to run? But let's be clear, my question was never about his capacity to be president.
There's a lot of very well-respected reporting now in the United States that uses phrases like cover-up, that talks about widespread concerns. And you yourself say in the book, it shouldn't have been a choice for an individual's ego.
I do reflect on whether I should have had a conversation with him, urging him not to run for re-election because of what that would require, and given the stakes, most importantly. Because, as you know, I predicted just about everything that has now happened since the election.
And we'll come to that.
And so my concern, and especially on reflection, is should I have actually raised it? But as I've also written, part of the issue there was that would it have actually been an effective and productive conversation given what would otherwise appear to be my self-interest.
I just don't understand how she can make a difference between running for president and actually being president, and then saying, oh, well, one is totally different than the other. You should probably have, cognitive abilities and the capacity to do both if you're going to, what the hell, lady? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Piers Morgan watched the entire thing, so we don't have to. And he said, just watch the whole interview. Kamala came across as a whiny, delusional, angry, and bitter woman who cannot accept that she was a terrible candidate who got the shellacking she deserved at the ballot box. No chance she ever gets another go at it.
I think she's going to try.
Yeah, she'll probably try.
She's going to try. Because, I mean, it's just like Hillary. They are always like, so you're saying there's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And they have no self-reflection ability whatsoever.
None. It's amazing. I regret to inform you, New York City, that you are looking like you in danger, some serious danger.
So much danger.
Early voting has already begun. There was a rally with Bernie, AOC, and Zohran last night, and it was filled to the gills. Like, it was packed, you guys. Absolutely packed. AOC, she needs to not do what you're about to see her do. I don't think this is helpful. I think it makes her look very Howard Deany. Here's a little bit of her speech about Zohran and things.
Jews escaping Holocaust, Black Americans fleeing slavery and Jim Crow, Latinos seeking a better life, Native people standing for themselves, Asian Americans coming together in Queens, in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in Manhattan, in
very
Staten
bouncy.
Island, in this country.
She's very bouncy.
Yeah.
I know. She's very bouncy and screamy. Yeah.
Very bouncy and screamy.
And like the people behind her, again, it's the cantina scene from Star Wars. Once again.
Totally is.
What the hell is going on?
And of course, you saw the signs in the back, fast, free buses. Most of what Zohran talks about, the reason for his appeal is to the entitled class who wants freebies. And so what he promises is just that.
Here is what we stand for, my friends. We are going to freeze the rent for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants.
Have fun with that.
And use every resource at our disposal to build housing for everyone who needs it. We are going to eliminate the fare on every single bus line and make what are currently the slowest buses in the nation move around this city with ease. And we are going to create universal childcare at no cost to parents.
No cost. Yeah, no cost to parents. Yeah,
everything's free.
Yeah, everything is free. Everything is free. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Paid for by the people who are going to flee to be in Governor Ron DeSantis' state.
They're all like, we're getting the F out. Bye now. Good luck, New York. Good luck with your shithole commie utopia. Good luck with that.
It's amazing to me how many people, obviously that were in that crowd, do not realize how much they're being hoodwinked, because it's so obvious from the very first video we ever played of Zohran. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. It was one where he used all kinds of different accents depending on where he was, what context he was in.
He's an actor.
He is a chameleon. That's all he is. Right. And so now he offended a lot of people last week because he was talking about 9/11 and getting all weepy about it in the context of his aunt, who is a Muslim hijab wearing woman who faced discrimination or, Islamophobia after 9/11. That was his big concern. And so here's just an interesting factoid. When he said that in a video, which you're about to see. This person said, did any journalist even bother to fact check Zohran's teary-eyed claims about an aunt in New York City? Or were they too busy jerking off to the story? Because it looks like Mamdani's only aunt doesn't wear a hijab and has never lived in New York.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Why would a journalist fact check him? Why? I mean, that's
when he's
not
so clearly emotional.
Oh, wait, it is their job, but they don't do their job. It's right. A journalist. That's cute.
So here's the video that we're talking about, the one where he's like, faking. He's got the crocodile tears going, and he's talking about this aunt. Here's the story.
Mm-hmm. I want to speak to the memory of my aunt.
So fake.
Who stopped taking the subway after September 11th because she did not feel safe in her hijab.
That's too bad. That's really too bad.
She didn't wear one. She wasn't there. He's a big fat liar.
Takia. He is engaging in Takia. He seriously, that's what he's doing. He is an Islamo-commie. And that's what he wants for New York. That's what he wants for America. That's what he wants. Mm-hmm. But, he can lie all he wants because he's allowed to do that because that's what they're allowed to do. But by all means, New York City, have fun with that.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing Possum Lady back.
Oh.
She was in the lineup for
We're
Friday.
Bringing Possum back. Yeah. Needed to make you laugh.
We are bringing Possum back. And just a reminder for those people who may not be familiar with who we're talking about, it's this chick on the right. I hate to even call her a chick on the right, but that's where she is in the photo.
They're twins, you guys. Look at that. She paid a surgeon to look like that. Let's just remind everybody, she paid somebody.
So this is the exciting moment of the show where you're going to see her sidekick actually say a couple things.
God, I can't
think.
Wait.
Yeah, because in this clip, they're interviewing Abby Phillip from CNN. Oh. And because Abby Phillip, and they're saying horrible things about Stephen Miller, horrible things. And they're asking Abby Phillip, who has obviously interviewed Stephen Miller, knows Stephen Miller. They are obsessed with thinking that Stephen Miller is really short. I don't know why they think that, but they do. So they ask her about it. And that's when you'll see sidekick chick pipe in. Which is stunning because you can actually hear her voice. But more importantly, listen to just how vile and vicious this possum is about Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller is a white supremacist. I mean, he is, and he's basically running the White House. They keep Trump busy with his decorating projects. He's got building the arch now. He's got his Oval Office design. And then you have these real sociopaths that are real anti-Semites, true white supremacists like Stephen Miller. And even though he's Jewish, he's like a Nazi Jew.
Well, look, I can't speak to what Stephen Miller's motivations are. I've met him. I've talked to him. I've interviewed him.
How tall is he? Yeah, we're dying to know.
My God, she does talk.
Okay. I am short, so my understanding of people's height is not great.
Am I frozen?
You were frozen for a second. Nazi Jew, is that like jumbo shrimp? What is that?
I mean, it makes no sense. Absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Obviously this chick has never read a history book or she knows nothing about it. And she's just throwing out words. That's what I tell my kids that intellectually inferior people do when they argue. They just throw out words like that because they have no idea what else to say. And for her to say that Trump is just doing interior design projects. It's okay.
That is truly legitimately insulting, more so than any name calling can be, right? Because it just completely discredits all of the work that he does. I mean, he is so active, like the most active, engaged, hardworking president literally ever.
Well, it also shows me too that she doesn't live in the real world. She's an elitist bitch who lives in a gated community with all white people. As we've heard, she said that. You can go to other clips and she's talked about that. She's talked about living in an all white community and it is gated and it is elitist. And so she doesn't live in the real world. I live in the real world. You live in the real world. A lot of us live in the real world. And so a lot of the things that he's doing affects the real world, like closing the border. That affects me. I live in Texas. It affects me. My community is safer because of Trump. I mean, there are things like economically that have affected my family because of Trump, because of policies that Republicans and Trump have put into place. It doesn't affect her because she's just a rich elitist bitch that doesn't know what it's like to live in the real world. It sucks for her. But I mean, she really has no business talking about a lot of the stuff that she talks about. Yeah, Sunny Hostin must be her neighbor. You're right.
Exactly. Well, Trump does not like it when people go after his man, Stephen Miller. And he was, Stephen Miller was participating with Trump on a roundtable. And Trump started to talk about him and wants him to sue her, which would be amazeballs.
I hope he does.
So here is the moment where he mentioned that.
Stephen Miller, Stephen, you're such a superstar, Stephen. They called Stephen the other day a very bad name, and I said, you should sue them, Stephen.
Yes.
I think he will. I hope he does.
I hope he does. God, I hope he does.
I would love that.
Apparently, I read too. I don't know if this is true. I'll have to see if it's true, fact check it. But apparently her design firm has 2 SBA loans, one in 2020 and another in 2021. One was like 88,000, another was 91,000. Both have been unpaid. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of.
I feel like she makes enough to pay off her own debt,
especially now with that podcast. They're doing really well. They have a ton of people. I mean, like millions of people are following that podcast because they really, for some reason, people on the left really like to glom onto people that call, the president McTaco tits or whatever it is that they call him. They really
and that are miserable. The left gravitates towards misery. They love commiserating. They love it.
Totally do. So yeah, I mean, she should probably pay back those loans if she hasn't done that already.
And sometimes she speaks so quickly that I miss some of the names that she has assigned people. But Mike Johnson, she also calls him Moses Mike Grinder Johnson.
Yeah, she says he's gay.
Yeah, she says he's closet gay. And so here is a clip of her and her sidekick, again, not saying anything because that's how their show usually operates. But here is what she said about people on our side of the aisle lying, which again, no self-awareness at all.
Everybody in the MAGA regime wakes up, goes to a microphone, pathologically, impulsively, compulsively lies all day long. They go home. If in the case of Moses Mike Grinder Johnson, they go home and do gay stuff. Then they get up the next morning and then they get up and they lie again for a man that is like 90, has full-blown dementia and looks like he's about to keel over any minute. And so again, I want to emphasize all of this could end. All of this could end if there were some people in this country that had some fucking courage.
Again, though, we should really ask if Green Glasses Girl is okay. She okay?
Yeah. Blink 4 times, as they say.
You girl, you all right? You okay over there? But listen,
when you see Trump doing this and after getting off of a 20-hour flight, how do you say something like that about the right lying? Well, and you're like, he looks like he's about to keel over. What?
You're projecting because you remember what it was like with Biden. She said nothing about Biden. Biden was totally in his right mind, you guys, because these people
was fine.
Lunatics. But I mean, listen, the gay stuff. Imagine if somebody on the right said hey, Cory Booker's going to go do gay stuff. You know what I mean? Listen, they would probably be like, oh my God, that's homophobic. I thought they loved the gay thing. I thought she's almost saying it like
Cory Booker is gay though, right?
He is gay. He's totally gay. But I mean, but if we said it like it was a derogatory thing, like, oh my God, he's going to go do gay stuff. She's saying it like it's a derogatory thing. Why? Why would she say that it's a derogatory? I thought that they liked the gay thing. So there would be outrage, right? I mean, I just think it's interesting how she's doing that. It's funny to them that she's saying that. But then again, they think murder's funny. So.
But it's like when people accuse us of being lesbians as an insult.
Right.
They say it as like, oh, you guys are such lesies. And we're like, I thought that was fine.
We thought we were.
I thought that was okay.
You're supposed to celebrate that on the left. You guys are, this is the thing. They constantly contradict themselves.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Anyway. All right. We need to talk about some culture stuff. And there was, again, more utterly unnecessary outrage over an anniversary post that Kristen Bell posted to her husband, Dax Shepard. And we had to talk about this because this is something absolutely Ron and I would joke about in the exact same way. And so I cannot believe this became an explosive, controversial thing. But here is what she said. She said, "Happy 12th anniversary to the man who once said to me, 'I would never kill you. A lot of men have killed their wives at a certain point. Even though I'm heavily incentivized to kill you, I never would.'" And that, you know, you could tell that that is a joke, right?
Right. Greg and I would do the same. We would do the same thing.
Oh my God.
Right.
I mean, this is like that joke when you see the guy that the wife asks the guy, "Would you punch me in the face for $40 billion?" And he's like, I would punch you in the face for $40.
I would,
like,
exactly.
This is the joke.
We would totally, absolutely joke like that. Yes.
Yes. So I didn't think anything of it. But then I saw that like the Daily Mail or something had this huge article about how this became, she's being canceled because of it. People are so angry. Apparently, it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I don't know how we're supposed to just know that because I didn't. But people pointed it out to her in her comment section, which ultimately she ended up having to turn off, I think. She limited comments. But people were so outraged that she would make this joke. And they took it seriously. Like she's somehow making light of domestic violence. This is crazy to me.
Yeah.
That anybody took it personally.
I think the problem here is that everybody says this stuff out loud now. I think the problem is that everything is shared via social. It used to be that we just didn't do that and we could say things to our spouses and our significant others and we could joke, but we didn't share it with everybody else. Now, like you share this stuff with the world and it's like, look at this intimate moment and let me share exactly all the intimate things I do with my husband. Maybe just don't do that because everybody's going to have an opinion and opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one and maybe just don't share it. You know, that's like, I don't share a lot of stuff that my husband and I do. I just don't. I'll share stuff, you know, like pretty cute pictures of my kids and everything. I'm private on Instagram, but I mean, like I share very little about my relationship because of this. This is why. This is one of the big reasons why, because everybody wants to have an opinion about your life. And it's like, you know what? It's a kind of a pain in the butt to deal with.
It's just, I just imagine her being just utterly unaware that there would be anybody that would be mad about this. You know what I mean? That's because
she can't be mad about it though. She can't be mad about it because you're sharing your life. If you share your life and you put it out on social media, be prepared for people to be pissed off at you for every little thing that you do. That's just part of it.
Crazy.
If you're public, that's what's going to happen. That's just how I feel about it. Just knowing that, doing what we've done for almost 20 years, everybody has an opinion about every little thing.
It's true. And they can create controversy where none should exist. And that's what's so nuts to me about this story.
Exactly.
I just, wow. Also, speaking of something that was a private ceremony that ended up getting shared to the world and then went completely viral, I saw the most hilarious tweet that ended up getting, 30 million views. Tiny little Twitter account. In fact, it's a Twitter account that is like a Beatles fan account. It had like 400 followers, okay? Itty bitty account. But this person was at a family wedding. And this is what they originally posted, which everybody immediately wanted to know all the details. They said, and this is from Junebug, "Guys, oh my God, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. I am at a wedding and someone effing objected." So everybody was like, what? Like everybody wanted to know what happened, who was it, how did it turn out, right?
Oh my God.
So, I mean, this person who was not expecting to have the entire world
that picture is so great.
This.
That's like the perfect picture to go with it too, by the way. It's like the Joe Rogan
so
picture.
Perfect. So, and then it turns out that this was like the least weird thing about this wedding. So Junebug said this somehow wasn't even the worst thing that happened at that F-ass wedding. So here is a thread of everything that went wrong. So first they answered the question, who is it that objected? And apparently it was the bride's mom because the groom is broke and doesn't want to get a job.
Okay, I'm sorry. I would probably do the same thing. I'd do the same thing.
Right?
If
you have to.
You gotta. If he doesn't want to get a job, you have to object. But seriously, why didn't she object before the wedding?
Right. Well, maybe she did, and then just thought, I don't know what else to do except object in front of everybody
right here in front
and
of everybody.
God. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everybody and God has to know. Everybody.
Yeah,
has to know.
that's the only thing I can imagine.
Wow.
But you need to read the rest of the things that happened at this wedding.
Awesome.
This is
okay, here we go.
Unbelievable. So here is the first few things that happened.
Okay. A lesbian couple tried making my grandpa their third. Number 2, my second cousin who just got out of jail bought his new girlfriend who stole an entire wine bottle and got shit-faced and probably ALC poisoning too. What's that? Oh, alcohol poisoning too. She then proceeded to puke repeatedly and my cousin refused to take her home. Okay. 3, the groom's uncle was doing lines in the bathroom. Oh my God. 4, the toilets were broken. Literally all of them. The wedding was around 7 hours, mind you. Oh my God. 5, bugs in the nachos.
There were nachos.
There were not. First, there's not. It was nachos at a wedding. I was just like, I mean, maybe I would have. I may have had nachos at a wedding. Not gonna lie. Okay. 6, 2 married people got really drunk and started making out in front of everyone. Just PDA, right? No, they were not married to each other. Oh my God, I'm dying.
There's more.
I wish I would have been there.
I know.
7, fist fight between 2 bridesmaids. Actually, not sure why this happened. 8, and last but not least, it was raining. 9, there's a bonus. They played Here Comes the Sun when the bride walked down the aisle. This is a good thing that happened. I love the Beatles.
Because again, it's a Beatles fan page. Right?
It's a Beatles fan. Oh my God, you guys.
Just
that
most
wedding.
unbelievable wedding. So people were like, please tell me you have video. Like, tell me there's going to be more. And this guy's like, I'm not going to out my family. Like, I'm not going to show you know what I mean? The only other tidbit that I saw that he would share is that it was in Chicago. Because people were like, oh my God, this has to be somewhere in like the deep South, like total redneck kind of wedding.
And it wasn't.
And he was like, no, this was in Chicago. So
yeah.
Anyway,
there's white trash everywhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
That
where
was
you're
a story.
From. They're everywhere. Yeah.
That was a story. All right. We do have some fun things, and we're going to start out with a very, very sleepy kitty cat. Oh my gosh. So sleepy.
Hi. Are you having a good nap? Is your sister really comfy?
Oh, I'm going to sleep now. I'm powering
Should we
down.
make a pillow?
I powered down. Oh, that's it. I'm done. I just powered down.
Isn't that the sweetest little kitten?
I need one.
Also, you don't often think of raccoons as being sexy, but
oh my God.
I just imagine this with like with striptease music. I know.
Uh-huh. You need that you can leave your hat on song.
Yes. Oh my God. That would be so absolutely perfect.
Look at him. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
What's flying around in there?
I don't know. I think it might have been like a toy, something or other.
Okay. Look at this sweet baby.
I want to scratch. I want to do that.
Look
I
at
want to
him
do it.
grabbing him with his hand.
Yeah.
Look at the little hands. So cute.
Isn't it sweet?
It looked like, yeah, it was. I think it was bats, Jeep guy. I think it was bats.
Real bats?
It looked like bats. Uh-huh.
I guess it could have been.
Bats are sweet. They get a bad rap. I really like bats.
Yeah, they're sky puppies. I love them.
They are sky puppies, yeah.
Bowmanizer, who is absolutely hilarious, does great Kim Kardashian like sort of lifestyle videos.
Love that guy.
I know, I love him too. So he has put together a montage of what it looks like to us plebes when there are super rich, unrelatable influencers that are posting their day-to-day stuff.
Why I prefer shopping at Hermes for furniture instead of IKEA. So, room tour of my dog's one-bedroom apartment. This is my dog's one-bedroom apartment. My current jewelry collection. So these diamonds once belonged to Napoleon and used to be shown in the Louvre up until very recently. But now they're in my private collection. And spend the day with me in Bali. Guys, if you're not traveling to Bali this year, you are mentally ill. Here are my July monthly favorites. First up, this hand-painted ashtray is made from reclaimed Tibetan clay. I don't smoke, but let's do a haul of everything I just thrifted. First up is this vintage Rolex from 2024. All right, guys, Bentley and Toyota. What are the differences? Okay, so let's talk about mental health. Erewhon and Costco. Which one should you shop at? So, this is pack with me to go to Bali. I haven't been on vacation in a while. Back in Bali. I feel like Bali is such a hidden gem vacation spot, and here's why. If you're feeling sad, this is your sign to go to Bali. Here are my August monthly favorites. Starting with my Porsche. Why I'm boycotting Hermes, and you should too. I'm gonna try not to get emotional here. I don't know, guys.
It's so true. It's
He's
so
absolutely
true.
ridiculous.
It's like you must have this $800 moisturizer.
Right.
No.
And like, what are you even doing with your life?
What's wrong with you? Or you're gross.
Next up, we do have more cats. And apparently there's a lot of people on the internet trying out this communication style with cats because someone has cracked the code that in order to tell a cat to come, I mean, obviously you can train a dog really, really easily. Cats, less so, right? But someone cracked the code and has figured out that in cats' own language, the way to get them to come is to say, ma-ah. Okay? That's how you get a cat to come. I'm not making this up. It's not me.
Okay.
This is officially the meow language. All cats apparently respond to it. If you have a cat, you'll have to try it. Ma-ah is how you get a cat to come to you.
That's how you do it, you guys. That's how you do it.
Ma-ah. Okay, practice.
Okay.
Ma-ah. All right.
Got it?
I think we've all got it.
Okay.
Here are people trying it out and seeing that it works.
Ma-ah. Ma-ah. Yeah.
Which means, come here.
Oh my god.
Why they both came? What the? Oh my god. Ni cagando. Ni cagando.
What in the...
Oh shit.
That is so weird.
I know, right?
Leanne said my dog came, my cats are ignoring me. Some people are saying that it works and some people are saying it doesn't.
Oh my God. So yeah, but some people are saying, oh my God, it works. Like they've never done it before and they're
Yeah.
seeing that it works.
That's crazy.
See? Yeah, it works.
I'm gonna try it with some, I'm gonna try it with some of the barn cats. My neighbor has like 5 barn cats. I'm gonna try it with them.
Okay. I report back because I'll be very curious.
Yeah.
Lastly, because it is Halloween this week, and I hands down, this is probably my favorite costume I have ever seen, ever. And I've seen some really good costumes. I need for everyone, because of copyright issues, to imagine the song playing in the background that is the one that is like, whoa, my love, my darling. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Imagine that playing, because that is what is playing. When you see this costume, you will understand. Behold, the best costume of all time.
Oh my God. You guys, that is fantastic. That is so great.
I love that so
I do
much.
too. That's actually a pretty easy costume too.
It doesn't look hard at all. Like you just get his face, you know, and just
totally
like get
do
it on your
that.
shoulder somehow.
I could totally do that for like trunk or treat.
Oh my God.
At my kids' trunk or treat. That would like They would be like, all the little kids would be like, what is she?
I know, that's the thing.
But all the parents would know.
Yeah, you'd have to be like from our generation to really get it. But
yeah, great.
Okay, we do have some thank yous, some of which I'm not going to read the messages of because it's just too hard. But I will just say your name, and then I'll let Daisy handle the rest of them because I'll probably cry. Okay, so first, I saw Marcy Peralez in the chat this morning feeling bad because she sent this chat ahead of when you came on Friday. Like, Marcy, there is no reason to feel bad. Like, this is
right.
You are single-handedly supplying us with our coffee, okay? There's no reason
you are, Marcy,
to feel bad. So she had said before you even came on, good morning, Mock and Daisy. Have a lovely Friday. Awesome weekend. See you all on Monday morning. Much love, which was very, very sweet. And there's no reason to feel bad about that. Oh my gosh. And then April Gordon said, Daisy, I sent you a message on Instagram about a cow that escaped the slaughterhouse. It was such a great story. I know you'll love it. Love watching you gals every day. Love from April in Mesa, Arizona.
I'll look for that, April.
So you'll have to look at it. But understand, we never check Instagram messages.
I know.
Ever.
In fact, that actually was in my bio on Instagram, is that I do not check my messages. So I'm really terrible about it. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
It's just too much. There's just too many.
Too much.
Thank you very much. Oh, this is from Jen, from Stroke Jen. Stroke Jen got us like sponsorships of animals. So she said to Daisy, it's official. You now have a real live kangaroo, sort of. Jen made a one-time donation to sponsor a kangaroo. You will receive a gift package in the coming days to commemorate this big event. Please share with the COTR audience. This is great news. And the same is true for me, except that I got a quokka.
I love it. That's
perfect.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Absolutely perfect. Let's see. And then thank yous to, oh God, I made this too small. Tracy Ross Hansen, Jesse Call, Colleen W. Let's see, Jason Widmer. Thank you so much. I know there's some others on Venmo that I just don't think I can read, but I would like to thank, let's see. Well, first of all, I think I can read this one. Jennifer Arvizu said, good morning, chicks. Would like to wish my mom, Sandy, a very happy birthday. Most daughters say their moms are the best, but mine truly is. Sending love from California to Missouri. Mom, I know you're probably cleaning right now, but take all the seats and try to enjoy your day. That's sweet. And then also she sent me a message, which was very, very sweet. And then Kristen Hanshaw said, I just love you. That's all. She said, I have so many things to say about EBT and the likes of that nonsense and all the things. But when you were saying Daisy uses more syllables, I noticed that she said filmed instead of filmed. I don't remember you saying that.
No, I say filmed.
Yeah, I think you say that normal.
I say filmed. Yeah.
Okay. And then Karen Morisco, thank you very much for whatever lovely message I'm sure you just left me. Osuki said the left is happy to call Trump a dictator. Dictators have statues everywhere of themselves. Trump doesn't have that, but Obama does. There are statues of him around the world. And then Roth Lady Wright said, a senior at the local high school posted on Instagram this week on his private Instagram to a private chat room saying he was going to bomb the school. Obviously, he says it was a joke and he did it to only a select few in his private group. This is the student body president, and he is a member of an elite choir that travels all around, an all-around great kid. He was arrested. This might have to be a joke, not funny, might have ruined his life. Kids need to understand these platforms are monitored. Foolish. It's true. I mean, it is true. Okay, you can read stuff.
I can read stuff.
I'm just getting tissue, yeah.
All right, Marcy Peralez. Good morning, Mock and Daisy. Sending peace and love and many hugs. Much love from David and Marcy Peralez. CFO Plus Services, Mock, my prayers are with you and your family. Thomas is with the Lord and Savior, smiling down at his beautiful mama. Yes, he is. Brenda Wilson, Mock, love the video of Thomas and Ella Dog. He was our boy too. Love and prayers. Marcy Peralez, hi chicks, Code Defense users, Annie and George here. Thanks for telling our mommy about these awesome products. We love them. Lots of snuggles. Thank you, Marcy. Bo Mama 8, good morning, ladies. Sending all the blessings your way. I don't know if y'all knew about this, but you can use your HSA, FSA to purchase items at bond charge. I don't have enough left, but how cool.
Is amazing.
It is amazing, right? Yes. Amy Galinas, thank you so much for that super sticker. Robin Dye, Miriam, I can't believe your strength and bravery. Jackie Kennedy had nothing on you. May Thomas rest in God's peace.
Thank you.
Arnerm, it's telling that the most sensible Democrat is the senator with literal brain damage. It's not like he's a conservative, but neither is Scam Blondie. That's right, Arnerm. Brian Brumley, Daisy saying comfortable reminds me of Madeline Kahn in Blazing Saddles saying she's slipping into something more comfortable.
Yes, maybe that's why I love it so much.
Because we both love Madeline Kahn. No, yes.
No, yes.
No, yes. Okay. Arnerm. Daisy just reminded me, please add the hyphen whenever you say Shelley Bolton's name. We discussed it and she likes it too. Now take my food stamp money. Shelley Bolton.
Okay.
Erica Margaret. It should be named the Big Balls Room. It should be named the Big Balls Room. The giant platinum balls room.
But by the way, there was another fake outrage that the left was getting all carried away with, that Trump was going to name the ballroom after himself. But he has already confirmed he has no intention of doing that. Most likely, although this is not for sure, but they're thinking that it will just be the presidential ballroom, that's what it would be called.
Because he rocks, right?
Yeah, and that makes all kinds of sense. So
Shelley Bolton, as Arnold said, don't ever say my name without the hyphen. It's Shelley Bolton. LOL. I love this community so much. Lori McCoy had a total knee replacement last Wednesday. I lived through it, and it actually hasn't been as bad as I had expected. Love to you
Yay.
both. Yay, Lori. And you know what? You're going to do great. My husband had one, like 8-10 weeks ago, something like that. And he's doing great. He's doing fine. Robin Dye, off to work. Thousands on welfare, depending on me. That's right,
Yeah.
Robin. Get your butt in gear. Get to work. Samantha K. Part, reserve soldiers aren't allowed to drill during a shutdown. What about the private that depends on the check for their car payment or utility bills? God bless you both. Prayed for you all this weekend. Thank you, Samantha. Jamie, oh my God, so generous. I hope you can feel the love surrounding you. You are stronger than you should ever have to be, and I'm holding you in my heart. Thank you so much for that, Jamie. Very, very sweet. From big house to best life with Michelle, from one bereaved mom to another, I am praying for you, Mock. May you experience God's peace that passes all understanding. Much love to you from the Curtin family. It's very sweet, Michelle. Thank you. Arnerm, I forgot to say, I do not live a virtuous enough life to be gifted another Kamala nomination. Also, hello, Shelley Bolton. Randy Craig, can you smell what Kamala is cooking? That's the whole rock reference. Ruth Oberkamp, prayers for Mock and her family in their times of sorrow. So strong to do the show today. She is, right? She's freaking.
Listen, when I'm not thinking about it, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's just when I allow myself to think about it, then I get upset.
Right. Don Ackley. What's sad is that even if someone smart and qualified on the left runs for president in 2028, they will be overshadowed by these dorks like Newsom and Kamala just because of name recognition. I hope not. And I hope they see Newsom for what he is. And we all know that Kamala's an idiot. The Great Gatsby. Possum Chick. She calls her podcast The Pod. Ugh.
Really?
Yeah. She needs to be knocked off her pedestal.
Yeah.
And I hope Stephen Miller sues the shit out of her.
Oh,
Brian Brumley, why are you gay? Jokes aside, I continue to pray for you and your family's peace and comfort. You both are so loved. Thank you, Brian. It's very generous too. Thank you. And Teresa, also so generous.
Gosh, you guys.
Mock and Daisy, thank you for everything that you do to help us navigate this crazy world. I am so sorry for the loss that you've suffered. May God keep you both in his loving arms. Please accept this in honor of Thomas. Thank you, Teresa. So sweet.
you.
And Heather, also so sweet. Heather Hunt, love to your family, Mock. Shelley Effington, remember that stressed spelled backwards is desserts. So have some desserts today and let go of your stress. Love you lots.
You guys, I have been having so much dessert.
You should have all the desserts. I'm going to see you like a couple times in the next few weeks. We're going to have every dang dessert.
There's going to be some dessert having. Oh, and I know there's more, but let me just, before I forget, I meant to mention a thank you to Dana Spain, who actually sent a donation to the Cerebral Palsy Foundation. Which was really,
that's right.
Really sweet.
Lovely. Isn't that lovely? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jose Rodriguez, morning from Texas Chicks. Mock, may God comfort you and your family, and may Thomas rest in peace. He's in a great place now, isn't he?
He's with Ella Dog. That's the one thing
is.
that makes me feel happy.
That's right. Buddha Cha 1. Thank you for being here today. We appreciate it. And you, prayers for you and your family. I appreciate her being here too. I love it when she's here. Jenny L. Hassel, pronounced Hassel. I'm sorry. Jenny L. Hassel. God, I suck at names. Oh, Mock, I wish I had all the right words and can give you all the right things. You are loved. Prayers from mine to yours. You are loved, Mock. We love you. We're bringing it in. We're giving Mock the biggest freaking hug ever. Everybody just give her all the hugs. Keep praying. Everybody keep praying. Have a wonderful Monday, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.